What's up, guys? Welcome back to Ty's Rides. Right now I want to talk to you guys about tires, gravel tires. All right, so before I get into this, I want to make it really clear. These are just my opinions based on my experiences. I'm not an expert in this area. I've used several different gravel tires. I've got some I like, some I don't like as much, so let's get into it. My first and my most favorite tire is the Panaracer GravelKing SK in a 700 by 38C setup tubeless. I like this setup because I feel like the 38C is just wide enough to make the ride comfortable without feeling sluggish. I typically run the front and rear of this tire at a 40 PSI. This setup has gotten me through multiple rides in the unforgiving Kansas Flint Hills, including a dirty Kansas 200 and bleeding Kansas, as well as many other gravel rides with no issues. These tires also come in widths of 32, 35, 40, and 43C. If 650B is your thing, you can get this tire in a 43 or 48C width. Another great thing about this tire is they come in many different colors and are very affordable at around $100 a set. As for the tires on my commuter bike, which is my old gravel bike, I use the Maxxis Re-Fuse in a 700 by 40C setup tubeless. I mostly use this bike to ride on smooth paved surfaces and have found the Maxxis Re-Fuse to be an unbelievable tire. I've had this tire in my commuter for over a year and a half with over 3,000 miles and have had zero issues. The tread pattern in this tire uses a diamond knurled slick pattern which rolls great on paved and gravel. When on pavement, I typically run the tire between 60 and 65 PSI, and for the occasional gravel ride, I run it at 40 PSI. Much like my gravel bike, I also have this tire set up tubeless. This is a great training tire which you can get in either 700 by 32C or 700 by 40C. They also offer a 650B and 27.5 option. A set of the Re-Fuse can also be found online for right around $100. All right, guys, another tire that I really like is the Specialized Trigger Pro in a 700 by 38C. When I got my Specialized Diverge, this was the stock tire that came on the bike. Honestly, I really like this tire. I had zero issues with it. It was fast rolling on all surfaces, including pavement and gravel. But eventually when it wore out, I just went with the GravelKings because I really like them, and honestly, the color schemes that they have I think are pretty sweet. All right, as far as a tire that I didn't really like, when I got my Maxxis Allroad Elite wheel set, they came with these Allroad Elite XL tires. This is a 700 by 40C tire, so 40C wide, but when I got it on the bike, it actually looked much wider. I read some reviews and people say that this tire actually measures up to 43. Now, if you like that plush ride, great, but I really didn't like the feel of this tire. I felt like it was slow rolling. I like the GravelKings. I feel like they roll faster and I just feel a little snappier with those tires. This seems like a really durable tire though, so you know, if a slower rolling tire is your jam, this may be a good choice. So those are basically the tires that I've used since I've been riding gravel. I don't really think you can go wrong. There's all kinds of different great options out there. Guys like Ted King, for example. Ted King does gravel races all over the world. He prefers a really wide tire. He likes that plush feel. He wants the widest tire that he can get. Guys like my buddy Reese Fowler. Reese prefers the Vittoria Terreno Dry for mixed or rough surfaces, but for smooth, hard-packed roads, he prefers the Specialized Sawtooth in a 700 by 42C. My buddy Dustin Stock, he rolls with the Maxxis Ramblers. The Maxxis Rambler, great tire. He's used it for multiple dirty Kansas. He's done 2 dirty Kansas 100s, a dirty Kansas 200. He's been out to Steamboat for that gravel ride. He's been to Rebecca's Private Idaho. All those rides, he's used the Maxxis Ramblers and he has had zero issues. Regardless of what gravel tire you're running, I choose to run all 9 tubeless. It allows me to run a little bit lower pressure. I basically eliminated flats. I think I've gotten 1 flat, and it was because I was using my GravelKings when they were completely worn out. They should have been replaced. I recently just bought a mid-fat bike, and with those mid-fat bikes, tire pressure is really crucial. So I got this little Tote Peak tire gauge. This thing's really cool. It's digital. Basically just turn it on, put it on the tire valve, and it gives you your pressure. So along with using this on that mid-fat bike, I've started using this on all my gravel bikes before I go for rides. Guys, like I mentioned earlier, I basically run 40 PSI when I'm running gravel. When I'm on the commuter bike, and I'm using that bike, I run like 60 to 65 PSI. If I'm riding in snow or rain, I won't usually drop the tire pressure much lower than 40 because 40 is already pretty low. But on that commuter bike, if I am riding that on the road and it's raining or snowing and it's not ideal conditions, I'll drop that tire pressure to about 40 PSI as well. That lower pressure creates more of a surface contact and just a little bit safer, a little less slick that way. I'm really interested to know what tires work for you. You run 700 by 38, you run 700 by 45. Do you like that skinny, narrow tire for going really fast and that fast, snappy feel? Or do you prefer the really wide, plush, slower rolling feel? But if you like 650B, let me know why. Are you running tubes? Are you running tubeless? When it's snowing, when it's raining, do you drop your tire pressure? What tire pressure are you running on gravel? Guys, comment below. Hey, remember, if you haven't already done so for some reason, hit that subscribe button, like, share, all that good stuff. Have a good one.